Hello and welcome to my video tonight. Just this itchy chin, itchy face. Oh, so I was thinking of doing a darts Atari video. That's still an ongoing project and it takes forever. That's okay. 500 videos anyway. So I was in the local bar and my my friends told me that I was in a video on here. On the one patch method, I've got the patch on, so tonight is a one patch method attempt. I'm going to get back into it now. For the past couple of weeks, I've been smoking too much, like almost as much as if I wasn't wearing any patches, and it's just any excuse, and I just relapse. And there was three videos, music videos this week that promoted smoking. There was one by Lord, Lorde. There was one by Haim. No, that's two, isn't it? Yeah, there was two. And no, there was one by Addison Ray as well. And I like Addison Ray. I like all three of them. But I need to sometimes stick to my guns and say, other people, even if I look up to them, they're famous, whatever, other people can do that. I'm going to do my own thing. And I used to be good at that. And then I just sort of went in the opposite direction and said, I'll do whatever people say. And you never get anywhere doing that. So I'm going to go back to sticking to my own guns, you know. And there's something to be said for flexibility. If someone says, you know, you're definitely not going to do what you got your heart set on, it's actually quite easy to say, well, okay, I'll change my mind. I'll do something else instead. Whatever it is you got your heart set on, it takes a second to change your mind if you want to. And anyway, so we were talking about the stripey t-shirts. Now I said something about how the stripes were better. And this is actually it was I knew at the time I wasn't making the joke very well, but it's something that someone said to me, one of my dad's friends, and he's got French family, and so it's a French style T-shirt with this. I can't remember what it's called, but the point he was making to me and when I met him was you can have you can put one stripe in blue and sell it for an extra 100% of the price, and it just doesn't make any difference, right? And I like fashion a little bit. I do. I mean, I like this T-shirt. That's Leo Sayer. It's not James Morrison. It's but anyway, I mean, I'm an ugly person. I can put on clothes and it doesn't make me any better, uh, not in any way, right? And and that's where they have models when they advertise clothes. They put them on. A model is a person who is really good looking, and if you look at a model wearing clothes, you think, "Oh, I wish I had those clothes. Then I'd look like that model." And no, no, that's not quite how it works. And I don't particularly like fashion all that much. But someone else said to me once, when you're a teenager, you look at these like, I mean, in my day we had catalogs, and you could go to the shops, or you could look in catalogs and order on the phone, and nowadays you can just look on the internet. You've got Amazon and things. It'll give you nightmares if you worry about clothes too much. Anyway, so with the one patch method, I got the patch on. I just had a cigarette. So the one patch method, to remind you, you have a couple of cigarettes, and with the patch on, you don't really enjoy them. I've said this before. If your patch itches, what you got to do is you can scratch around it, of course, but that's not going to work. But you can get the patch and do this. I'll try and demonstrate. I shaved this, and I'm actually really hairy, but you need to shave it to put the patch on, and I always put the patches on my arms, but you can put them on your back or on your leg even, or on your chest. Excuse me, I should drink a, excuse me, sorry, couldn't drink fizzy drinks too much. Oh, but I do love fizzy drinks. So you get your finger and your thumb and pinch where it itches until it stops itching. And then what will happen is because you've broken the sort of barrier a little bit, the nicotine will go into your body and it'll sting. But that is just it'll last 10 seconds and then you'll feel better. So don't go saying, "Oh, this is unbearable pain," because it's not unbearable. If you have the right attitude, it'll sting, and then so you get the itch, and then it turns into pain, and then 10 seconds later you got no itch and no pain. And that's how it works. With if you're having problems with itchy patches, the other thing, of course, is don't put them on the same place. Um, right, so I'll show you my arm. It's got a bit of redness there from where I had patches. Choose a patch of your body that isn't red from the patch. I mean, I'm saying this in a patronising way, but you got to put it on somewhere that isn't already irritated, and uh, it's um, if you do have a genuine allergic reaction, then um, that'll be very rare. Is the point, and they do itch, and you can, like I say, what I do when it itches, just pinch it until it stops itching. It'll possibly hurt, and then but the pain goes away, and then the itching's gone too. And whenever I think of itching, I think of some people in the iron lungs, which is if you an iron lung is I'm not really an expert on it, but if you have problems with your lungs, like they in the past in the 60s and that sort of era, they had artificial breathing machines that you'd lie down in the iron lung, and that was it for your entire life until they brought in better treatments. And those people in those iron lungs were people say they were actually happy, and that's a testament to how the as humans we adapt and we and you get the opposite with lottery winners. A lottery winner will be ecstatic for a few days, weeks, and then they'll revert back to being a normally happy, normal levels of happiness. And so I don't know. In the words of Pink Floyd, I thought I had something more to say. There's there's available at the moment. There's lots of Pink Floyd CDs with old concerts. I'll show you one. So there's lots of CDs available like this one. Now, I'm actually a real. I don't like Pink Floyd, so I got this for my partner. Live 1973, and the thing with it is, under European copyright regulations, which we inherited as part of, uh, after Brexit, we didn't just scrap the European rules because they are our rules. Most of them are by and large we agree with them, so we're not going to just scrap them. We're going to adjust them as we want after Brexit. So under European rules, I'm not a legal person, but any concert, I might have said this in a past video, any concert that um, is a certain age, you can just sell it, and there's some sort of public domain rules or something. And so this is from audiovaults.com, and it's not an official Pink Floyd CD, but like I said, they can just make these, and it's a professionally made CDs sort of thing, and you get these for all the old major bands. But like I said, I don't really enjoy Pink Floyd's music. I was into them a little bit when I was a teenager, but they're just too dirgy, and I don't like dirge music. And that's no offense to any of the members of Pink Floyd. They don't even care what I say, of course. But it's no offense to anyone who likes Pink Floyd. If you like Pink Floyd, listen to Pink Floyd. I've been getting into the reggae a lot lately. Um, so I'll keep it short, I suppose. Yeah, that was a joke about the t-shirts. Don't take that seriously, please. Um, uh, what else? Mm, I've got nothing else to say, so I'll probably get 0 views. But if you're going for the one patch method, or if you're trying to cut down on cigarettes, you're doing good work. If you ever try and cut down on cigarettes, and I've been doing really badly, I've just been smoking. It's almost like trying to trying to quit. It makes me smoke, and then that makes me try to quit more. I've got into some sort of feedback loop where just smoke more and more the more I try to stop. So I need to knock that on the head. So good night and have a good week.